Hey, quite often I have a setup like this for demos. I'll probably have a server running. I'm not logged in yet. That's fine. I'll have the Hookdeck CLI running. Obviously, I've got Shopify, isn't it, for the server? Let's create a new source. And then I'll want to do kill commands. This would probably kill my server because I've not got the right payload. But I'll want to send curl commands. Okay, unknown event. Right. That's quite often. And then I'll demo between the different panes. I'll be sending different events and I'll be showing functionality in here, and I'll probably stop my server, restart my server. It's quite a common demo. What I thought, and obviously recording videos for it, you can do it like this, which can be fine, but sometimes it might be quite good to just be able to step through and talk through, or sometimes even automate some of those demos. So I went on a bit of a tangent and created something I'm calling the tmux presenter. So I really need to have a UI of it here to show. But ultimately, it lets you define steps. So you can create a YAML file and you can say what's the presentation, what's the environmental variables, what's the layout of the panes. Here I've got 3 vertical panes, which is something quite common, and the steps, and then different actions and different action types. Commands or signals if I want to send them. Let me show it. Let me show the code before we start. It all sits actually within the Hookdeck demo repo, which I was just showing a moment ago. And there's the tmux presenter. But I've got 2 demos. I've got a CLI overview and I've got a session filters demo. And each has a presentation.yaml. And then in there, you can have some prerequisites. So I want tmux installed, obviously, for the presentation anyway. Hookdeck, I've got that twice. Delete that. Node.js, obviously, because we're running a Node.js server. Which panes have I got? I've got a sender, I've got the CLI one, and I've got the server one, and different scenes. And I can run this and step through it. So let me show it running. npm walkthrough. This is just telling me the information at the top here. So this is the presenter view. So the idea is I might have a second screen, and then this tells me kind of what's on screen and lets me control what's happening. As well as you can just automate it if you want. So if I press return, this opens up the basically a tmux session. Obviously, this split pane. So these aren't in the same way that these are split panes. These are split panes. This is different, right? This is a tmux. And then within here, just the size of this a bit, I can then step through the demo. These different scenes and steps. So that starts the server. Once the server's running, it will run the Hookdeck CLI listen command. Because I wanted to demonstrate the guest functionality, it actually logs you out in the background. So yeah, I want to create a new source. We're getting a URL. There's a step which actually captures that URL and makes it available to the script. So you'll see over here, we've got the S5K URL. It's going to make a bunch of post requests. So we can see there's post requests coming in. And then in this part here, it's going to navigate through sending signals or key presses, navigate, demonstrate these windows being opened. Sorry, the details being shown. It's pressing R to do a retry. Doing another retry. Over in this pane, we're seeing the events coming in. It's then telling me to press enter again. Now we're demonstrating filters with the filter headers. So that's running. Then over on the left, we're going to do a clear. It's going to run another post request. The first one won't go through. The second one will. The third one won't. It's going to stop the local server. Anyway, so this is the demo. This is the overview demo that we're running. So now I can automate these different scenarios. You can also do it, and obviously you could do it, just record it, because it doesn't need a voiceover. The other thing I'm looking for is maybe the ability to inject overlays to support a fully automated process, and keep signaling key presses, because obviously that's not very visible at the minute. That's tricky. I did look into that. Very difficult to do. And thirdly, maybe making it so it's a training solution. So you can go, but you expect the user to undertake certain tasks that they're prompted to do. So you can have another horizontal panel at the bottom, and it can instruct the user what to do across the 3 panes. Anyway, just thought it was quite a cool side project that I spent probably a little bit too much time on, but it will be reusable. So that's the tmux presenter.